Hi everyone. In last lecture, we derived the expression for Ez. Here Ez is equal to c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx into c3 cos ay plus c4 sin ay. This is the expression for Ez component that we derived in last lecture. So here after that by using boundary conditions. These are the boundary conditions for rectangular waveguide for propagation of TM wave. Here this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis and this is the rectangular waveguide. This is one phase, second phase, third phase, fourth phase. These are four phases and here A is the breadth of the boundary condition and B is the width of the rectangular waveguide, and here this is the z-axis. In this z-axis the wave propagation direction, that means the wave will propagated in z direction. So this is the direction which the wave propagates. Here the entire surface of the rectangular waveguide acts as a short circuit or ground for electric field components. Here the entire surface of the rectangular waveguide acts as a short circuit, and here the waveguide acts as short circuit, or it is also called as ground for electric field components. Here for electric field components, the rectangular waveguide acts as a short circuit. So that why here electric field component is 0. So Ez is equal to 0 for all along the surfaces of the waveguide. Here for all the along the surface of the waveguide, Ez component becomes 0. And first boundary condition, bottom surface or bottom wall. Here we know that here we have four boundary conditions. In the four boundary conditions, the first boundary condition is, we know that Ez is equal to 0 along the bottom wall, because here the bottom wall acts as a ground, or it acts as a short circuit. So that's why Ez is equal to 0. So that is Ez is equal to 0 at y equal to 0, Vx tends to 0 to a. This is the first boundary condition. From Vx 0 to t 0 to a, and in this condition y is equal to 0. So whenever y is equal to 0, Ez is equal to 0 in this condition. And second boundary condition is, we know that Ez is equal to 0 at x equal to 0, Vy tends to 0 to b. This is the second boundary condition. And the third boundary condition is, we know that Ez is equal to 0 at y equal to b, x tends to 0 to a. This is the third boundary condition. And the fourth boundary condition are right plane or right surface. So here fourth boundary condition, it is also called as right plane or right surface. Here first boundary condition is also called as bottom surface or bottom wall. So this is the bottom surface or bottom wall, and this is the and fourth boundary condition, it also called as right plane or right surface. We know that Ez is equal to 0 at x equal to a, y tends to 0 to b. Now by applying first boundary conditions to equation 12, here equation 12 is nothing but this is the equation 12. So here by applying first boundary condition to equation 12, now we apply first boundary condition to equation 12, then we get 0 is equal to, because Ez is equal to 0. So in the place of Ez, we are writing 0. 0 is equal to c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx, c3 cos a of 0. A of 0, why we write that a of 0? Because here y is equal to 0 in first boundary condition. So in the place of y, we simply place that 0. So that equation becomes c3 cos of a of 0 plus c4 sin of a of 0. After that, 0 is equal to c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. Now we get that c3 plus 0. Here 0 is equal to c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx. c3 plus 0 is nothing but a c3. Here c3 is equal to 0. If assume that c3 is equal to 0, then the equation becomes c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx is not equal to 0. Why? Because if c3 is equal to 0, then this expression becomes 0. If we assume that c3 is equal to 0, then this equation is not equal to 0. and by substituting above values in equation 12. Here by substituting these values in equation 12, then we get that Ez is equal to c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx 0 cos ay and plus c4 sin ay. And now here why we place that c3 is 0, we assume that c3 is equal to 0, so that's why we kept in the place of c3 we placed 0 here, 0 cos ay plus c4 sin ay. Here after that the equation becomes Ez is equal to c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx into, here the total term becomes 0, 0 into anything is becomes 0, so this total term becomes 0, and c4 sin ay. Now by applying second boundary condition to equation 13, the second boundary condition is that Ez is equal to 0 at x equal to 0, Vy tends to 0 to b. Here in second boundary condition, Ez is equal to 0 and x equal to 0. So here equation, this is the equation 13. So by applying second boundary condition, so in the second boundary condition Ez is equal to 0 and x is also 0. So c1 cos, in the place of x we writing 0. c1 cos b of 0 plus c2 sin b of 0 into c4 sin ay. Here cos b0 is nothing but a cos 0. Cos 0 value is 1. So c1 of 1 plus sin 0 is 0. So 0. c4 sin ay. 0 is equal to c1 of c4 sin ay. And now c1 is equal to 0 if sin 4 ay is not equal to 0. And by substituting c1 is equal to 0 in equation 13, here this is the equation 13, if we substitute c1 is equal to 0 in equation 13, then the equation becomes Ez is equal to c2 sin bx c4 sin ay. Why? Because here in the place of c1 is equal to 0, then automatically this term, total term becomes 0. So the remaining term is c2 sin bx. So c2 sin bx c4 sin ay. Ez is equal to we are written like this. We also written this expression like this also. So we simply written c2 c4 sin bx sin ay. So this is the same for that this expression. And next, let C2 C4 is equal to C. Now we have to assume that let C2 C4 is equal to C, then the equation becomes Ez is equal to C sin Bx into sin ay. Consider this one as 14th equation. Now by applying third boundary condition to equation 14, here the third boundary condition is nothing but a Ez is equal to 0 at y equal to b overall for x 0 to a. So here whenever in third boundary condition we have Ez is equal to 0 and y equal to b. So according to that third boundary condition, Ez becomes 0, 0 equal to c sin bx sin ab, because y is equal to b. Y is equal to b. So in the place of y we are returning sin ab. So consider this one is equal to 0. Here consider and c sin bx is not equal to 0 and sin ab is equal to 0. Here consider that ab is equal to n pi. Here n is equal to integer. Here we can consider n as an integer. The integer values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. That implies a is equal to, here this equation becomes a is equal to n pi, a is equal to n pi by b. Consider this one as 15th equation. Now by applying fourth boundary condition to equation 14, now we have remaining condition is fourth boundary condition. Here this is the equation. Consider this one as 15. This is the 14th equation. We have to apply the fourth boundary condition to the equation 14. Then the fourth boundary condition is Ez is equal to 0 at x equal to a tends to y tends to 0 to b. So in the place of Ez we have to kept 0 and in the place of x we have to keep x equal to a. So that is 0 is equal to c sin b a sin ay. And then suppose c not equal to 0, then sin ay not equal to 0, then sin ba is equal to 0, then that is ba is equal to m by we get. So after that, now the equation become by b is equal to m pi by a, where m is the integer, m is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Consider this one as 16th equation. By substituting equation 15 and equation 16 equation 14, then we will get complete solution of Ez component. Here in last lecture we derived expression for Ez component. It is not a complete solution. Now we have to find that complete solution of Ez component, because it is in C1, C2, C3, C4, but we have to find that those values also C1, C2, C3, C4. That is not a complete solution, that is a general solution. Now we have to find that complete solution. Since the wave propagation along z direction, so that the required another parameter is e power minus gamma z. The wave propagating inside the waveguide is sinusoidal form. So that e power j omega t is required. It is in sinusoidal form. So that's why e power j omega t is required. Therefore, the complete solution is here Ez is equal to c sin of m pi by a x into sin n pi by b y e power j omega t e power minus gamma z. So this is a complete solution of Ez component. And to find now we have to find Ex component and Ey component. Here to find the Ex component, we have the general expression of Ex when wave propagating in rectangular waveguide. When wave propagating in rectangular waveguide, we have a general expression for Ex, that is equal to minus gamma by h square dou Ez by dou x minus j omega mu by h square dou hz by dou y. See the expression we get actually in the, I already explained propagation of waves in rectangular waveguide. In that propagation of waves in rectangular waveguide, we derive the general expression of Ex when wave propagating in rectangular waveguide. So depending of that expression, we have written that Ex is equal to minus gamma by h square dou Ez by dou x minus j omega mu by h square dou hz by dou y. And now the equation becomes Ex is equal to minus omega by h square minus gamma by h square dou by dou x c sin of m pi by a x into sin n pi by b y e power j omega t minus gamma z minus j omega mu by h square dou of 0 by dou y. Here dou of 0 by dou y is nothing but a 0. So that's why this term becomes 0. Now we get minus gamma by h square dou by dou x c sin m pi by a x sin n pi by b y e j omega t minus gamma z. So this is the expression for Ex component. Similarly for Ey. Now we have to find that for Ey component, Ey is equal to minus gamma by h square dou Ez by dou y plus j omega mu by h square dou hz by dou x. See the expression that we derived in propagation of waves in rectangular waveguide. So Ey is equal to minus gamma by h square dou by dou y of c sin m pi by a x sin n pi by b y e power j omega t minus gamma z. Here we are substituting Ez component. How we become this total expression? We are substituting Ez component in Ey expression. So that's why this is the expression for Ez component. We are substituting in the place of Ez, we are substituting here Ez expression plus j omega mu by h square. Here we all know that hz is equal to 0. So that's why in the place of hz we simply substitute 0, dou of 0 by dou x. Now Ey is equal to minus gamma by h square of c sin m pi by a x n pi by b cos n pi by b y e power j omega t minus gamma z. So this is the expression for Ey component. Now for hx component, hx is equal to minus gamma by h square dou hz by dou x plus j omega epsilon by h square dou Ez by dou y. This is the expression that we derived from the propagation of waves in waveguide. Hx is equal to minus gamma by h square. In the place of hz, we are replacing dou of 0 by dou x plus j omega epsilon by h square dou by dou y. In the place of Ez, we are writing the expression for Ez. And now hx is equal to j omega epsilon by h square. This term becomes 0. This term becomes 0 of c sin m pi by ax n pi by b cos n pi by b y e power j omega t minus gamma z. So this is the expression for hx component, and for hy component, hy is equal to minus gamma by h square dou hz by dou y minus j omega epsilon by h square dou Ez by dou y is equal to minus gamma by h square dou of 0 by dou y minus j omega epsilon by h square dou by dou x. In the place of Ez, we are replacing the Ez with Ez expression c sin m pi by ax sin n pi by by e power j omega t minus gamma z. So finally, the expression for hy is equal to minus j omega epsilon by h square c m pi by a cos of m pi by ax sin n pi by b y e power j omega t minus gamma z. This is the final expression for hy. In this session, we derived that Ez expression and as well as ex expression, ey expression, hx expression and hy expression. Thank you.